Hi there, and welcome back. I would like to pick up where we left off and introduce you to two very key people in this history lesson. On the right, you will see Judge Julius Mayer. On the left, you'll see a portrait of Ernest Kent Coulter. Both men used their time, their position in their jobs, their education, and their influential friends to help the betterment of children in their community, especially children who are in extreme poverty or immigrant children. The two were working very closely with children. Judge Mayer was the one who would go to trial with these children, and since at the time there were no children's rights, no children's court, he substituted his services for it. He wouldn't be harsh with the children during sentencing, and he would work towards the benefit of the children due to their situation. But to continue on, let's talk about Ernest Coulter. He has an extensive career list of things and accomplishments. He was a welfare activist and definitely was a huge player in children's rights, especially for his community. He was very attentive to the troubled youth that came in and out of his courtroom, and with communication with Judge Mayer, they work together to see what they can do to benefit or at least bring to light the situation they're becoming closely aware of, which is the increasingly number of delinquent children, teenagers, and again, immigrant children. Later that year, Judge Mayer had collected 90 of the most influential men of New York and matched them up with some of the boys that had gone through his courtroom. Ernest Coulter saw this powerful display and it stirred something in him. Got the gears working, and he got the idea and ran with it. He gathered at a men's club at a church in New York, and he delivered this powerful speech. It made everyone emotional, and he secured other mentors for children who needed them. Later on down the road, he did the same thing with a women's group at a church, and that's how the sister aspect, a big sister aspect, came into play with Big Brother, Big Sister. Here also you can see in the corner Arthur Moats, who was an NFL player. He was a big to Brian, who was, I believe, 6 or 7 years old when they probably first met. And I found it very touching that they came together and reunited even after all the fame and things that would come with being in the NFL. He didn't forget his little buddy, which I found very sweet. The biggest successes and failures are a little hard when it comes to children, in my opinion. I think any opportunity given to us to help anyone, especially children in need, especially children of situations that aren't their fault, they deserve somebody to care about them and to just be a good influence. It's a crazy world nowadays, and you gotta do what's right. Some of the biggest failures I've seen, or what I think they may or may not be, are failed mentoring. I am in the process of becoming a big, thanks to the support of my group and family. The training we had to go through explains that a lot of times these children are coming from interesting backgrounds such as incarcerated parents or something that I can't even think of or fathom at the moment. A lot of these children have trust issues. They're in the process of going to therapy and understanding how they feel, and sometimes their mentor isn't a good match for them.